So back to number one, retargeting, right? So retargeting is huge, and so huge that I want to give you some case studies here and give you an example of what I like to call the lowest risk, highest reward, right? Sometimes people will come to me, like my very first client ever came to me and said, "Hey, James, I can't get cold traffic to convert on Facebook. I've spent thousands of dollars. Is there anything we can do?" And he happened to be getting a lot of traffic to his website organically from search. So we simply put together some retargeting ads, really, really, really good retargeting ads. And so this was my very first client ever. It took me about 15 minutes to do this work, right, to set everything up. And over the course of working together for a short period of time, he ended up making an additional, I think it was $70,000 in sales from very minimal ad spend, right? So retargeting is like the cheapest cost, highest return. Like you'll have the highest return on investment with retargeting ads. So retargeting, make sure you're retargeting all the people who are interacting with your content, whether it be your page engagement, visiting your website, watching 25% of your videos on Facebook. Anytime someone comes to your site or interacts with you on Facebook, you can retarget those people with a sequence of videos or a sequence of offers or just more helpful content in order to convert them and get them back into, the buying mode and move them along the funnel in order to make that purchase or become a lead or whatever it is you're trying to do. So this case study right here is the other one. I don't actually have a video made for my very first client. I should have made a video, but I didn't. This guy here was like one of my other clients that I worked with, and same concept though. Didn't have a lot going on the Facebook side for cold acquisition, but we ended up spending, in this example, $500 on ads, and he made $15,000 in sales. Overall, what ended up happening month after month is we were spending about $1,000 a month on ads, retargeting ads specifically, and bringing in $30,000 in sales. So he was getting 30 times his return on investment from retargeting. Again, cold traffic didn't convert. So this was all retargeting on Facebook. And I know I have another story here for you. Dave the t-shirt guy. So check this out. I basically helped this guy double his business, right? When he first came to me, he was doing like 20,000 in sales. Was that a day or a month? I think it was I don't remember. Maybe a month. Anyway, and then we ended up getting him a month later, like over to 60 grand in sales, and it just kept climbing from there. But if you look at this little screenshot here, the top is cold customer acquisition, $15 per sale, and then these 202, so literally almost the same amount of sales, right? This was a retargeting campaign, and the cost was $6.84. So I don't remember what his ROAS was on the top here, but down here, just looking at these two numbers, it was double, right? He literally was getting customers at half the cost just by putting together, some really well-crafted, well-thought-out retargeting ads. And then I think we also did some email follow-up as well. So there's more than one way to follow up. It's not just necessarily remarketing or retargeting, but remarketing with email, things like that. So retargeting is just super important. I had another client was selling from a Shopify store, was selling golf clubs, right? And we just set up some dynamic product ads for him where he was normally getting, I think from his retargeting efforts, he was getting like a 5X return, which is great. I helped him craft the campaign a little bit differently, and we ended up getting him an 8X return on ad spend. So this is something you got to just start doing. If you're not doing it, or if you've kind of slacked off on it, get this stuff going. Get the retargeting ads set up. A lot of times with retargeting, it's just set and forget, which is beautiful, right? It's not like we're constantly have to go in there and tweak and test and do things. If you get an ad to work, like literally I have the same template that I use for every client. I just plug it in, change the copy, change the images, and it just works over and over again. It's literally set and forget once you get it dialed in. So focus on that till you get it dialed in. Number two is knowing your numbers. Now, this is important, not just from a business standpoint, but you need to know your numbers. It's really important on Facebook because of when you're first setting up an ad set, the algorithm needs 50 sales per week. All right, 50 sales during that learning phase, which is about 7 days. So if you're optimizing for conversions, whether it be leads or sales, that the algorithm, the Facebook, machine needs 50 sales during that period of time. So let's just say, the reason it needs the sales, first of all, is so it can optimize better and then continue to find more people to buy from that audience that you happen to be targeting, right? So if let's just say your sale, a cost per sale is $25 and you need 50 during that week, right? During that 7-day learning phase, that's around $1,250 in ad spend. Break that down, it's like $178 per day that you would need to set your budget at for that particular ad set for Facebook to be able to help you the best, right? For that algorithm to do its job and find more customers. That's the best practice, and that's the ideal scenario. So if your customer acquisition cost is $25 and you're setting your daily budget at 20, well, it's going to take you more than a whole day to even get a sale, right? So don't do that. So what you want to do instead is just set a higher budget and then just, let Facebook figure it out. And then the third thing really is just get out of your own way. And what I mean by that specifically is, I'll give you a story first. I had a client who basically hired me to run his campaigns for him. I would set up a campaign. 6 hours later, we'd spend, let's say, $150. If he didn't get X amount of sales during that time frame, he was just going in there and killing that ad set. And he wasn't even giving Facebook any opportunity to find people, and he just wasn't even giving the marketplace, right? People aren't just instantly like buying stuff on Facebook, right? You need to give it time. That's why it takes the algorithm time. But this guy was just turning campaigns off like almost immediately after I started them. So getting out of your own way in this example means just be patient, let stuff run. Another thing to do to get out of your own way is test creative, right? Test some ad copy until you find something that works. Then give the algorithm time to find the customers. And so then you can start to scale it. But you don't want to kill campaigns right away. I see so many people just killing stuff. Like I'll audit their accounts, I'll look at their ads account, and stuff that's been turned off for months was like actually killing it, because people don't always buy instantly, right? There's that attribution window. So sales that come in later get attributed to that original ad, and all of a sudden an ad that's been turned off for a week or a campaign looks really good because people came back and ended up purchasing. So test ads, test creative till you find something that works, then scale it up and give it time to run. All right, give it time to run. And a lot of this, I think, has to do with our attitude toward failure, like determining what a failed campaign looks like, right? I don't look at it like a campaign fails. One of two things happen. We either learn or we make money. We don't really fail, all right? And that's the mindset I think that a lot of people are missing when it comes to Facebook ads. Right? You're learning. Edison, right? Failed. It took him like 3,000 times to figure out, how to make the light bulb. So he didn't fail 3,000 times. He just learned 3,000 ways how not to make a light bulb, right? It's kind of the same thing. There's no failing, it's learning. When you're first starting out, if you are first starting out or trying something new, you're basically buying data from Facebook. You're learning what's not working so that you can find something that does work. Right? So, and another way to kind of get out of your own way, which is literally what I do help clients do, is just discover ways where they're leaving money on the table. All right. And the way you do that is just get an extra set of eyeballs on your stuff. So what I want to do for you today is offer you an opportunity to get on a call with me. Let's call it a Facebook ads audit call, where we'll get on Skype. We'll look at your Facebook ads account and your whole entire sales process. And I guarantee there's something going on in there that I will be able to pick up that you can't necessarily see. You know that saying where sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, right? So I'll get in there, we'll share screen, we'll look at what you're doing, and I guarantee there's something that we can do together that we can uncover and discover that you can do to make more money from your current existing Facebook campaigns. So if you're interested in that, there's no charge for this whatsoever. I enjoy these calls. Literally, I love getting on the phone with people, helping you guys figure this stuff out. I've been doing this full time since 2014. I've spent millions and millions of dollars on Facebook ads. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. And if I have no idea how to help you, I'll tell you that too right away on the call, because there are some people I just can't help, right? It's just how it is. So click the link below this video. You're going to go over to a form, right? Actually, I'll just show you the form here. You're going to go over to this form, fill out this short little form. It just kind of tells me a little bit about your business and what's going on with it. And then after you complete this, you'll be sent over to my calendar to pick a time for us to get on Skype and take a look at your account so you can get some better results. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. I normally charge for these calls. It's $200 to get on a call with me. I'm just kind of running a little test here to see how this pans out. So if you happen to schedule a call with me, please just show up when I call you so we can just make the most of it, respect each other's time and help you get results. So fill this form out. Then you'll head over to my calendar and then we'll jump on Skype and we'll look for ways to get you better results. So that's it.